Hello, buddy. Russian Batman back, and I am finally back making new customs and new videos, not just reusing some old ones I have, because I am back where I live and I am not abroad, so I can make more customs. And as soon as I got back, I started making some customs. And when I was gone, I watched The Batman, so I'm like, what better than The Batman customs? I actually have made the Batman before, even before Lego, and this is the kind of the torso I use and kind of the general idea of the custom. I did not actually. I'm not showing the headpiece because actually I reused that headpiece for this new custom I made, but it was here. It was like kind of like that and that. Yeah, so just kind of like imagine that. But that's what I used originally. I might have a picture of it somewhere, but yeah, I used this kind of dark gray and black boots color scheme that Lego kind of did for the official The Batman, um, Robert Pattinson's The Batman custom. I'm sorry if my chair is super squeaky. I should probably get like a better chair for this so I don't like squeak all the time when recording. But that is the one I originally used. And so I made a brand new The Batman with some new parts, and I also didn't want to go with a dark gray color scheme. I know a lot of people do that, and Lego's done that, and it looks good. I'm gonna be honest. I really like how it looks. I don't really think it's accurate to the movie. I think it kind of looks all black to me. I mean, sure, his torso does seem very slightly lighter than I think his cowl, but I think it's still like all black. So that's what I decided to do with this custom right here. Let's get a closer look at that. Yep, there, and because it's all black, it's kind of hard to actually show you guys. But here it is. Let me remove his batarang that I gave him. And yeah, so I'm really happy how this Robert Pattinson's The Batman turned out. I actually used if you can't tell, I used the Doctor Strange cape, but I really cut down the kind of what do you call that side, little neck flap thing, whatever you want to call it. I really shortened that down to kind of look more like the Robert Pattinson Batman, because he does have a little bit of a collar. Okay, it's called a collar. He does have a little bit of a collar, which is honestly kind of a little bit of a weird design choice, but I kind of like it. But yeah, and then you can see here, I completely painted the torso and the legs. I originally wanted just to get the actual Robert Pattinson Batman torso, but I decided, you know what, I'll just repaint it myself because I kind of have to, because it's because the Lego one is in dark gray and not in black. So I try to I'm kind of bad at drawing straight lines and stuff, so if you look really closely, the line work isn't the best. I still like how it turns out. And I gave a little bit of a silver to the batarang. I know the batarang is actually supposed to be a lot darker than the rest of the torso and not lighter. But I wanted to give it a silver outline so it could stand out. And plus, he kind of uses it as like an actual batarang. I think you can take a symbol out and like kind of, use it. So that's why I kind of decided to give it a bit more of a silver tint. Also, you can see here the arm detailing has those shoulder pads and those little kind of weird gauntlets he has, and I painted that. I could have used the Black Widow one, but I decided just to paint my own. Also, this tiny bit of gold detailing here, and there you can see the torso detailing. I come to realize that the actual Lego torso detailing isn't super accurate to the movie. For reference, I used like some action figures that I looked up online. That's actually kind of the best way to actually use references for Lego is to look up like like realistic action figures, because if you look up like just the character, it usually show you scenes from the movie, and they usually don't show you the full body in any given scene. Very rarely they do. So to look up an action figure where they want to display it, a promotional image, and they show you the whole thing, that's actually pretty good if the action figure is accurate. So that's what I usually look up for reference. And I also gave I try to make it subtle, some subtle line detailing on the actual cowl itself. the way I actually made this cowl is actually a Batwoman cowl. I think the Batgirl from the Lego Batman movie, or maybe not. I think it was from the Lego Batman movie. You can take it off, see there the little bit more of the face paint, and like I said, you can see the eyes through there. It's just really hard to actually show you guys with this lighting, which I kind of here. If I actually show you on a different face print, it might work a bit better. So like here. So you can, let me show you. So there you look. You can kind of see the eyes showing through, but like I said, it's just really come on. It's really hard to show on camera with this lighting. But yeah, it's like see, I just used an actual Batman face, and then I repainted it to kind of give him a bit more of that kind of upper lip, that Robert Pattinson kind of has. And yeah, so that's the Batman custom. Now I also made a cool little display, not for this figure, but for a different figure. I'll show you I'll just show you the display all at once with the figure. So here it is. I'm gonna have to move my camera up for this, but it's a little The Batman display. Okay, come on. You find a way to. Okay, there. Come on. Okay, there you go. So here it is, my The Batman display, and I am really happy how this turned out. So the way I went about making this is, first I just made the figure, which is, like I said, just completely black figure with a whole bunch of red highlight, and I decided for the cowl, instead of, obviously, I don't have two of those Batwoman cowls, so I improvised. I just used a shorter cowl, and I just cut off the sides. That's what a lot of people are doing, is I see a lot of people doing it with a larger cowl, is they cut off the sides. I did it with a shorter cowl, because it's a bit more of like a skinnier fit on the face, and it's not as chunky. So I decided to use that, and I thought it would look better. I think some people would disagree because the Robert Pattinson, the ears are a bit longer than the short cowl, but it's really just your preference, and I thought it'd be cool. I personally think it's a little bit better to use this one, but it's really up to personal opinion. What would be great is to just, kind of make a new back cowl, but I didn't want to do that. I just used this. Because the custom wasn't really the point. It was just kind of like the display and how it looks. So, and like I said, so it's all black, and I just put a whole bunch of red highlights. First, I did the bat symbol, and like I said, it's based off that main poster you'd see for every movie with the red background and where the bat symbol is really shining. So I wanted to make that the lightest part. You can see there I used some light red, a little bit dark red at the edges, and then some white, really bright white highlights, just so it really popped. And so, that would be like the first thing your eye went to. And yeah, and then like I said, it put a whole bunch of other highlights on there. I'd also put some, like I said, some rim lights. So like along the edge of the actual physical piece, there's some lighting. And like I said, same here with any sharp edge, I'd put some lines there. And I would also put some other additional lines, kind of to imply where the actual armor is. Like I said, down there you can see it kind of implies where the boots are. Even though you can't really see the boots and the armor plating in the original poster, I feel like if I didn't do that, it would just look plain black. And like I said, and you could tell kind of all the lightings from this side. Because this side, like I said, there's like barely any detail. On this side, it has like a hole. You see, even on the arm, on the cape, there's a little bit of a red highlight. And I just really, I want to do this because I actually really, really like the black and red color scheming for Batman. Ever since I saw it, funnily enough, I think I first saw the red and black color scheme in the Lego Batman movie, because they had a whole bunch of different vehicles with red highlights, and I'm like, yo, this looks really cool for Batman. So that's why I really want to do this. And also, like I said, so let me show you the actual display for this guy. It's a little display I made. This is I've made some displays before, but I'm really happy how this is coming to focus. How this display turned out. Focus. Come on. Yeah. But, so the way I built it up. So first it has a minifigure stand here. I painted part of it red and left kind of the bottom of it black. And also put, a plate, some studs here, and this is made of a whole bunch of those what are they called? I like to call them not the Mighty Micros, those weird the characters with the big heads. I'm just blanking on the names for some reason. But brick heads. Yeah, so the brick heads kind of piece with the studs on the side. So here you can see here that is, yeah. So it's like some of those. And I put just a whole bunch of red plating on there, and I also painted the sides up so it looked kind of good. I didn't really care about the back, but the sides. So I put that with a whole bunch of plating on there. So like that to get that kind of nice flat background look. And then I also, like I said, painted up these plates. So you can see this middle plate is just kind of a whole bunch of raindrops right there. These come on, this really doesn't like focusing on this, does it? It really doesn't. Come on, focus. I really want to show you this. This looks really cool. Come on. Okay, there you go. Much better. I'm just gonna keep it still for now, but because anytime I move it, it seems to not want to focus. But you see there, so you can see this one just has a whole bunch of raindrops. This one has the Batman logo, and I had to invert the colors of the logo because the actual logo, if you look at the poster, it's red. The letters are red with a black bat in the middle. And the reason they do that is because the logo is actually physically, it's put over where Batman is. So where Batman kind of fades out, they put it over the black of Batman. But I didn't want to do that because I wanted Batman to be a standalone figure. So I had to put it over the red background. Well, obviously the red letters wouldn't look good with the background also being red. So I decided to invert the colors. And I still think it looks pretty good. It's a little bit hard to actually see where the bat is. Like that's that wing. Hard to see where the ears are, and there's the other wing. But I still think, at least for a painted thing like this, I'm really happy how that turned out. Because it is actually, honestly, it's really hard to paint letters and get it consistent. Like I had to retry this multiple times to get the full word Batman to fit in. Because I would make the A and T a little bit too big. Then I would have to squeeze the M and A and then the N, and it got really tight, so I had to redo it multiple times. Actually, I found a trick to actually painting a full word where you want it to go is to paint the first letter and then paint the last letter and then just do in between. It actually really worked because I'm not then just going and then squeezing the last little bit. I'm more squeezing the middle, which which works a little bit better than the rest. See here, there's also a little bit of forced perspective here. I liked with the dark red transitioning into kind of made it. I was hoping it would look a little bit like a road because that's kind of what the scene's based off when Batman's walking on the road and it's raining with all the red. And yeah, that's basically it for this display. And I also just topped it off with a little bit of red on there. And yeah, I am really happy how this display turned out. So that's really it for my showcase. I don't actually have any more the Batman characters to show you. Those are the only two I made, which are actually just the same characters, just one's more of kind of a custom and the other's more of just a little bit of a display piece that really isn't that much of an impressive custom, but I just really like how the painting looked on those guys. Alright, well, if you guys liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to go watch the Batman, go ahead. It's a pretty good movie, to be honest. It's pretty grounded and a little bit dark at times, but it's really good. It's really good. Go check it out. And also, more importantly than checking out the Batman, would be checking out the 2011 film Rango. I do highly recommend it, and it is really good. Thanks for asking. Okay, subscribe, buy, like, I said all those. Okay, checked off all those boxes. So, yeah, just have a nice day, and ciao, bye.